Welcome back to the channel, Hobby1 Canopy here. I am an Amazon associate. That means that if you use the Amazon links in my video descriptions to purchase kits, tools, or equipment featured on the channel, I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. It's a simple way to support this channel while picking up the items that you already need. Today we are going to start working on the 1/48 scale A-1H Skyraider from Tamiya. This kit has sat in my stash for about 2 decades now, and I felt it was finally time to give it a go. To spruce it up, I thought I would purchase a new resin seat, a new rear wheel, wing folds, and some nicely detailed pylons to sit on the folded wings. I clipped the cockpit parts from their tree and started to dry fit the pieces. I found that the bulkhead had some pin marks that potentially would be visible. These were filled with CA and sanded away. Next, I added a piece of plastic strip to the front of the control panel, which is present in the real aircraft. Next, I added what I believe is a fuse box, the panel next to the pilot's right leg. This was made again with plastic and raised decal rivets. The cockpit was then painted and gloss coated for the oil wash. As usual, I used my mix of Winsor & Newton Artist oils thinned with terpenoid. Once dried, I removed the excess with Q-tips. You will notice I carved out and added a small piece of rectangular plastic to emulate the pilot's control latch for the wing folds. Once the cockpit was ready, I used some Tamiya Extra Thin to glue it to the interior of the fuselage, and the 2 halves of the fuselage were ready to be put together. I again used Tamiya Extra Thin, but used it sparingly and carefully checked that each seam was aligned well. Work like this up front means less putty and less sanding later on. Now it was time to start cutting the wings. Following the Wolfpack instructions carefully, I used the Tamiya panel line Scriber to start removing material from the seams. For this kind of work, I really try to take my time and not get impatient. Once the work was completed, I opened up the Wolfpack wings and checked the fit. The resin set required some cleanup. The parts look great and match the level of detail in the kit. The real aircraft has a triangle structure that I decided to create with plastic. Now it was time to start preparing the canopy and windscreen. I removed them from the tree and scraped away any extra sprue that needed to be removed. I like to cut small squares and rectangles out of the Tamiya tape, then apply each square to a clear portion of the canopy and windscreen. Finally, after the engine was built up and painted, I added an oil wash. The excess was again removed with Q-tips. As a reminder, if you use the Amazon links in my video descriptions to purchase kits, tools, or equipment featured on the channel, I earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. It's a simple way to support the channel while picking up the items that you need. Well, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.